It's so stupid.
But it technically does make sense because of what the biometals are. And I think in the Japanese version they were called life metals, and god, that is boring.
And Isabel's getting hammered.
She's drinking tea.
Hammered?
Can we not, we not have Animal Crossing stay this, nice, friendly series? Do we have to make everything fucking dark and edgy now?
Isabel's getting hammered. So we might spend 1 Miles ticket then. But before that, I should definitely customize this. So I'll do pink. I'll have my hot pink. She's clearly getting hammered in this E-rated video game.
E for, E in America, I'm going to assume Peggy 3 for the UK, Sero A, and then I don't remember what the German rating system is.
I'm also gonna totally sell those fossils.
This game, across all regions, basically would have Gaiden the lowest rating, right?
Store these 2 for 5 minutes. Also, you can,
Yeah, you can cut away.
which just does that. And if you
Basically gives you max money, and then it converts whatever else into...
drop item, I can't store it, so I'm we're gonna sell those fossils. Sell those fossils or donate. Probably buy a ticket.
Another thing...
Maybe we'll find a cranky villager.
Another thing that's amazing in the Japanese version of ZX and ZX Advent, it's not Mega Merge, I believe it's Rock On.
Also, let's see what our island ranking is.
I swear, if that Godzilla had jumped it up to 2 stars...
Isabel's clearly getting hammered in the morning.
It's tea.
Is it?
Yes. It's based off this one Japanese type of tea. Oh, still 1 star.
I think I really do need max villagers for a minute.
Yeah, it only Comic Mischief, and I think the other thing is Comic Mischief written in Spanish. That's the only...
Increase the population.
That's the only things on the back of...
Island scenery. Continue to marvel at your skill in decorating the landscape. Okay.
I guess we need more people.
I guess I really do need more people, damn it.
And we might want to start trying to clear out more weeds.
No, apparently weeds, because of...
But selling weeds still gets us money.
Might take an island tour then. And see if we can find a cranky villager. Maybe we'll find a cranky villager. Or Tarantula Island.
I love when, something in a series was either a mistranslation or just had a name change, and then we keep that up for the sake of consistency. Like we had brought up with this, Tom Nook, he was a Tanuki. So he's still a raccoon just for the sake of consistency. Are they talking?
No.
Looked like they were. And you said Cap'n isn't...
Cap'n is not in this game, no.
At least as of right now.
No Cap'n, no Rover.
And Cap'n was a Kappa.
And this doesn't seem to do jack shit.
But then we do it and it works.
It was Delight, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes. It is Delight.
Yeah.
Delight until he blushes. This is going to not do fucking anything. It is pure bullshit. I just want to see the happenstance happen on recording. It has been proven that this doesn't do anything. People have the spawn, because the internet data mines and we can't have fun any more. People know the spawn rates for the islands.
There is a general understanding of the spawn rates, but people still swear that
People have literally data mined and found, like, the spawn rates for them. There is nothing in the game's code that infers anything to make it higher.
Not the Fabled Tarantula Island.
But does it have a villager? That would be the fun part.
I'm gonna figure out what this island offers. First, we always take coconuts.
Yeah.
Those are always worth decent money. It's an apple island. What?
Oh, villager!
It's a mouse. Now,
Are they cranky? If they're cranky...
that's a girl.
Oh.
I think.
Yep. That's a girl.
For shits and giggles, though, let's see what she is.
They're normal or peppy. I'm, like, fairly certain.
Normal.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe later.
Ah, crap baskets. Damn it! I like the mice. Though while I'm here, I might as well post with some fruit.
Oh, yawn yelling. Honey, the villager just digs up all the trees from the island and leaves.
Damn it! Hey, but we have a... I mean, we have duplicate normal. It would have just been cool to have a animal type we didn't have yet. That, like I said, this is...
No, like, it is funny to me that we did the blushing thing, and like I said, we got an island with a villager. Now that is pure happenstance because we tried it the other time, and we got no villagers the last time we tried that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is pure happenstance, but it's funny shit like that is why I say keep doing it.
Do we invite 3 normals and say, screw Cranky? In all seriousness, I kind of want one of every type in a
We
duplicate.
showed all the fact that the different types have conversations, so having one of every type would allow for every conversation.
That is unfortunate. So...
Anyway, we have the thing of certain villagers, I am, like, fairly certain they work like balloons to where they're more likely to give certain items.
Unfortunate, but hey, we have an extra normal in Ava because I wanted... I think we're at the limit of, villagers. I'm not 100%.
At least in New Leaf, I remember it being 9, because the first 9 villagers I had were Sally,
My mind!
on 8th count list. Sally, which was a normal squirrel. Phoebe, which was an Uchi, I think. Was it ostrich or peacock?
They count as an ostrich.
Okay, yeah. Phoebe, which was a Uchi. Ostrich. Frobert, which was a jock. Frog. Riki, which was cranky, and also a squirrel. Fucking Barreled, which was a cub. Cub in massive fucking air quotes.
You and your
That's throw a picture of the motherfucker on screen right now. That's a bear cub with a 5 o'clock shadow. That doesn't happen.
You and your unfathomed hate.
Hey, you know a guy that hates Renee.
And he gave Renee to Renee.
Okay, you already hit that one.
The pay or the bay?
Anyway, like it was saying, I believe that was 5. Sally, Riki, Frobert, me. A barrel, that's...
Did I just...
Yes, you just got gold. That's 5. I then had Eric, which I believe was also lazy, and a deer, that's 6.
So I think I've hit all the rocks now.
7 was Kitty, which was a
No.
snooty cat. 8 was a lion. I don't remember what his name was, but he was smug. And what was 9? Oh, Peggy. It was a pig named Peggy. Those were all the villagers I had in New Leaf.
I'm going to Google the limit just to make sure we're not insane, because if
I
we're...
remember, at least in New Leaf, it was 9.
My mind thinks you're right, but if...
That's how I remember. I always think of the first 9 villagers I had before someone moved away. And those were the 9 that I had.
Hold on.
And then the player makes it 10.
That's what I'm double checking. Okay, there's an unfortunate thing about... So I'm Googling and I might cut back to me saying that things say 10, but things are acting like 10 animals and a player character, but I can't find...
So it seems to be a proper 10 now.
That's... Hold on. This is why I'm looking at some guides.
The easy way we could solve this, I know this would mean theoretically losing her as a villager, but the way that we could solve this is just go back to the game, ask Tom Nook if we can plant another house down, and if he lets us, that means this game actually did bump the limit up to 10. Be proper, if not, but well, you know.
Hold on. Because I think, in general... Yeah, I can't access my...
Can't access the map here.
I'm just doing some research before we... Everything is saying 10, which is what I thought was the case, but I don't know if they're counting the player character. Okay, many fucking minutes of Googling later, they've extended it where it's a proper 10. So I was right earlier when Carson thought I was wrong, so I could invite her, and that means we've essentially used our extra slots with normal, because I really like normal villagers. And that still leaves room to try to get a cranky villager. So I'm going to have to buy an extra housing plot, meaning I'm probably going to need to build a ramp and hope I can get that filled out.
The funny thing is the person, that I was talking about, that I said hates Renee, doesn't he have Kitty?
Okay. So, you know what? You know what, little girl? You know what, little girl?
My island.
Nice.
So.
Now we just need...
No, now we just need a cranky.
And an extra house.
That too.
Which is going to create quite a problem unless I literally destroy that rock and try to maximize that one cliff in its entirety. So now I definitely need a cranky villager. So, okay, it is 10 and the player. Like I thought it was. The player isn't actually using up a space, thank God. So...
Like I said, that means they updated it.
I wish you could have like 15, but...
That would be too many.
We'll take what we can get, I guess. Meaning I might...
No, that's what funny thing is, that little row of villagers that it shows how many people are in your town. Because of the way it's designed, there is actually a space open at the bottom. It could fit like 12 people, counting the player, in total without having to like scroll.
If I smash that rock and move those trees, I might be able to squeeze one more house on that one cliff. I'm just worried about the game. Like, oh, we'll get an extra Uchi villager at random, and then that's gonna throw off my free...
Well, that's why, like, we... Yeah, technically...
So I might smash that one rock.
We don't, like, have to put the last house down for villagers to start showing up, right?
Willow had taken over, and I didn't invite her.
So...
And we just...
No, what I mean is, like, on the island. We don't have to put the last pot of land down on...
Okay, so now...
Sold.
Yeah, all of it. And I could actually fit one more here if I get rid of these trees.
And that rock. So...
Meaning... Well, actually, hold on. I'm going to uproot the trees, and we'll just... I might be able to... I should probably smash that rock, though.
Yeah, she probably should.
Oh, wait.
You use the... You ate one apple, so you used the one apple charge.
You know what? If this is going to be a housing development, you've got to go. Oh, and actually, I'll use my axe for this. Be gone, thought. So now... So I can save these. Because I'm pretty sure if I get rid of this weeds and uproot this tree, this will be exactly enough room. What worries me, because now...
Well, that's why I said it there. That's why I said we could go to the island and still get, like, villagers to show up on the island, even though we don't have a vacant plot of land.
That's not completely true, but at the same time it kind of is. And this leads to my worry!
Well, that's why I, like I said, basically...
That clears that out. Oh,
that's why I said we could just, like, you know, not immediately put something down and wait for, like, a camper to show up.
But, okay, so the thing is, you can kind of reserve houses where you can sort of invite people and sort of reserve and then build a house, and it usually, whoever you invite takes over the waiting list slot.
That's why I said, I'm pretty sure we could like, if we could still get villagers on deserted islands or still get campers, we could just not put a house down and just wait for one of those to show up.
And then we would have to build a house.
Because people don't just randomly move in now to prevent them from moving in and destroying your, like, you know, basically, like, crops or whatever. To prevent them from destroying, like, your fruit trees or potential valuable, like, crossbreeds or whatever. Villagers, they do not show up anymore. That's why they they need to have a house reserved.
I'm just dropping some trees. Oh, maybe it can't be dropped here, or it is going to be really picky. Oh, no, it can. Cool. Okay. I can, if I need to, get rid of those later, because it makes... So I might wait, because we've learned that we can get...
Yeah, so that's why I said, as long as we can get campers or people on the islands without, like, vacant houses open, we could just wait until one of those show up.
I think that's how that works, but...
I would assume so.
Because now the problem...
Because, like, you know, if you wanted specific villagers.
Love this thing. This thing is amazing.
Yes.
So, okay. Because I'm actually not 100% sure, but that means we could duplicate some types, so we basically...
We say that, but the guy we got in the campsite, we actually didn't put these 3 houses down before, like...
That's not how... The campsite... No, the campsite was to force you to use the campsite. Whoever moved in, you had to keep.
So him showing up was forced because we just built the campsite.
But it picks a random villager.
But that does mean, but because of that, that does mean he showed up before we had put these houses down, right?
But that's...
That's why I was asking. That was a, like, specific thing.
Yes, and then I placed this house, and we had Ava we decided to invite. And then this was sold at random, and now this one has been taken over by her. And that leaves exactly one more plot of land that we could place a house.
We could, you know, go on an island.
What?
So, you know, we could, like, go on one more island or just see if we see someone else, or say fuck it and wait for the campsite to fill.
Because what I'm not sure about, and now the next problem, I think... So, I'm going to do some Googling to see if I can leave this blank until I find someone I like. So, one moment. So, the research I did said a few interesting things. So, it seems like the dumb thing is Mystery Island tours are actually very likely to move into your town if you don't have land. You just have to build a house and they'll usually consume it or take over someone moving. So that's simple enough. But...
So basically what you're saying is that means that Ava, we could have found her on a Mystery Island tour? No, not Ava, Willow? Because Willow's the one up there.
No, Willow just took a spot at random. That can happen, but for Mystery Island tours, they're very likely to move in regardless of if you have land, and they'll usually, not guaranteed, take over the next available house. Campers do not like your island if you don't have available housing, but an easy solution...
But you can then just go plop down an available house and everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I might do another Mystery Island tour and see if we can get... Find a cranky villager. If we find a cranky villager, ask them to move. Because she's still moving in. Willow was just random. Because what they did that's cool but annoying, by placing the plot of land down early, you can get random villagers. Invites are based on who you find. And villagers from an island tour, so I might do one more island tour, don't seem to mind if you don't have land. Because they'll usually be on a reserve list, whereas a camper specifically doesn't like your island if you don't have housing.
But then you can just go put a house.
I could just go put a house down, so it'd be like, oh, here's a camper. Oh, it's a cranky villager I like. Huh.
It's Ricky.
We don't have a house. Go build a house. So I might spend another... Get those pointless 200. And you drop, sell fruit. I'm gonna sell some.
God damn, the Nook Miles are the most meaningless fucking things.
And I know some of you might be thinking, why the fuck are you two obsessed with normal villagers? Normal villagers are super, super sweet. Peppy villagers are great, and I have a soft spot for Uchi. Typing
I
Villager.
say that Uchi or the Tsundere type, but the funny thing is, no, this could have been, you know, like... New Leaf was the game that introduced Uchi, or was it City Folk? I can never remember that.
Pete Surprise.
Ooh, my.
The Pete Surprise box.
What is that? Peach's heart-shaped box? Daisy's heart-shaped box?
Let's get those fossils assessed. Peppy I like, but normal!
Oh, what I was going to say that, you know, Uchi is the Tsundere type, but the funny thing is, the Uchi villager I had in, like, New Leaf, Phoebe, wasn't that Tsundere-ish, and I know basically all of her dialogue would be the same as other Uchi villagers, so that could have just been the way New Leaf was, because, like I said, I think it or City Folk is the one that introduced them.
Might do one more island tour, see if we can find a Cranky, and see if I can sort of live test this nonsense. Oh, nice. Because apparently, villagers, which would be funny, because I could leave the island mostly filled until we get a camper that's like a Cranky archetype. Or I do like one more island tour and see if I find a Cranky villager and see if I can get them to move in and take over the one house. Also, I'm just going to give her a random flower. Because I like this villager type. Here you go. Oh,
God
damn it. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that was... But... I mean, that's...
Well, let's be honest, we can't do a lot with those for a long
cat litter box.
Well, let's
also, apparently that did, unfortunately, I lost gold, but that did let me test something.
What?
Apparently, like, high value items, because I gave her a gold nugget, and those are really rare.
Counting that gold nugget, how many gold nuggets would we have had?
Only like 4.
Yeah, that's not enough to do anything. You need a lot of gold, and we don't even have the DIY recipes and shit to do shit with gold nuggets.
I'm going to be that guy and say the gold tools, other than the watering can for gold roses, is not really worth it. Then, like, even the gold nugget sell value is generally...
I would say that, the gold... I'd say the gold tools would be useful for, like, the bug and, fishing tournaments, but apparently they're not better at catching bugs and fish anymore, so if that's the case, then they are completely worthless.
I lost a gold, but by giving a villager high-value items, you apparently get good returns. And gold nuggets only sell for 10,000. We're gonna hit a point where we're gonna make way more.
Like I said, honestly, the gold items in this game, like the shit you can use
she's home.
The shit you can use to craft, like, with gold nuggets and stuff, I really feel it's not that worth it. The gold tools and stuff at least sell for a decent amount.
Digging in her drawers.
You're not going to find anything. Oh.
That's funny. That's the item we gave her.
I guess it makes sense.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how do you feel about this game having a slightly bigger villager limit than New Leaf? I wish it was a bit larger than 10, but I understand why they limited the limit to 10. because they were trying to accommodate for other human players, because you are forced to share an island with everyone on the same Switch. A lot of people wanted 14 villagers, but I do understand the whole sharing an island thing limits that possibility. This leads to a bit of a side tangent. I feel a lot of people are super unreasonable. On the one hand, I do get the feeling of sharing an island being stupid, but a lot of people get really butthurt about that and basically act like the sharing an island thing is an arbitrary limit that is basically ruining the game for people playing in single player, because a lot of people feel like accommodating for sharing an island fundamentally ruined the way the game was designed. And I think that's ridiculous, but I'm way off topic at this point. I feel like a good compromise they could have done to add a few extra villagers, at least partially, is introduce a building that essentially houses a few extra villagers, and this building could have basically been some type of like hotel or apartment or something, and villagers that take up residence here do not completely get a full house, but you do get to see the interior of their house, and you at least get them on your island. But I am totally off topic at this point. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.